Today we're talking about Cubism. Now, Cubism is a form of painting started by Pablo Picasso. This is a painting done by him. And Cubism is where you can see all sides or angles of a person or an object. You can see the front, the back, the sides, all at once. I know it looks really funny, but it's also really interesting. So let's use that in our project today. So here is our Picasso-inspired Cubism Witch. Do you see the line down the middle? That's going to help us separate our face into two sides. We can see that when we cover up this side, we can see the side of our witch's face. And when we cover up that side, we can see the front. So we're seeing two different angles of her face. It is Cubism. We're also going to have a really cool witch hat, some little hairy witch bowls, a funny mouth, and some tangly hair. I'm really excited to get started with this. All right, let's go ahead and get started by drawing a line for the bottom of our witch's hat and making sure to leave plenty of room at the top so that we can bring it up and lean it over. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to angle my hat up and leave it off. And then I'm going to come up the other side. And that way I can sort of curve that around to touch, almost like her hat was pointy, but it's so old that it just fell over. Give yourself some lines or some kind of spooky little design on your hat just to make it a little bit more colorful. I gave mine lines up, and then I put a little crescent moon at the top for a nice little spooky and unique witch hat. Again, you could maybe design yours with spider webs or cauldrons or black cats, completely up to you. Let's also bring another little line off of our hat, and we'll give her a little spider buddy. So I'm going to go ahead and put 4 lines for legs on each side, because spiders have 8 legs. So there's her little spider, and now we can do our face. But I'm going to move my face in just a little bit, and I'm going to bring down a big U shape because I want to leave room for my hair on the sides. Okay? Now we've got to divide our face into 2 sections. So starting in the middle, we'll curve a line down, and then we've got to make a big witch nose. So I'm going to make a big curve for a nose and bring it back in and down. So right there is where we're going to put our crazy witch mouth. So I'm just going to go around in almost like a big wavy line for our mouth, and then continue that line underneath. So let's go ahead and do her eyes first. So I'm going to give it an oval on that side, and then I'm going to divide it into 2 eyelids, almost like she's squinting at ya, and then I'll give her an oval pupil, almost like a cat eye. I'll do the same thing on the other side. So we'll do an oval, we'll divide it into eyelids, and then we'll do an oval pupil right in the middle. Okay, nice. All right, now let's finish our mouth off. So I'm going to go around and retrace my steps with that same sort of line so that now we can see she's got lips, and we'll give her some little square teeth coming out of her mouth. Let's maybe give her a couple of little zits right by her mouth. She's a little gross today, isn't she? Sometimes I think it's fun to make gross art though. And we'll give her some big warts and hairy moles on her face. It's up to you how many you want to put on there. I just did 3, 1 with hair coming out of it. You could do more. I'm going to bring her neck all the way down. We'll just see one side of that, not 2. And then from her hat down, I'm going to wave down and maybe add a couple curly cues for hair all the way over until I get to her neck. It's up to you how many curls you want to put on there. I just curl it every now and then I keep going with my wavy line. Now we don't want to just make 4, we want to show that her hair goes all the way around her head, so I'm going to keep going until I reach her neck. That way I know she's got plenty of hair and it's not just like 3 strands. So let's do the same exact thing on the other side. Curl it and wave it however many times you want to, however much you want to. It's really up to you how your hair looks. We kind of want her to look a little gross, a little ratty, so that's why I'm making all these little curls and tangles in her hair. And we'll take it all the way over. I'll maybe do one more. Okay, nice. All right. When you color your witch, you can color it however you want. I did green for the face just because I knew I had two different kinds, and I think when you do each side a different color, it really helps show that it's cubism and we're looking at two different angles. It's up to you what color you want to make the neck and the hat and the background. I just want you guys to have a lot of fun with this. This is one of our first times drawing with cubism. It can be a little tricky, but I really like it a lot. I think it looks fun and it's really interesting to look at. So don't forget to send me a picture of your finished little spooky cubism witch, and I hope you guys have fun.